Well, hello everybody. Thank you for joining us for another video. It's already August. That's crazy. The year is almost over. God's been doing some really incredible things in Washington, D.C. and in the region around. We've been having these interesting encounters in the parking lot where we minister every week, where people of other faith have been coming up to us having conversations. Not always good conversations, sometimes wanting to argue or debate Christianity versus their faith, but it's interesting that they're drawn to us even though they don't necessarily believe what we believe. And so we even had a young man who we've met before who was he claimed to be a representative of one of the local Muslim organizations, but then he hasn't been around for a while, and he showed back up and said he had spent a little bit of time in prison or in jail for something he had done, and now he was out. And we had an opportunity to have some conversations with him about Jesus and how Jesus is the answer to change his life around, and all the other things he's been involved with really don't matter. If he would just pursue Jesus, all of that other stuff would fall away. So really cool. Keep praying for that we would have even more of those types of encounters. We had a young man come to us at another time telling us, hey, I'm Muslim, but I know you guys have what I need. So there is a recognition in the neighborhood that we're there and that we carry the love of Jesus and that we represent Jesus. So we're going to keep doing it. And I'm sure the enemy is upset that we're taking his territory or we've taken his territory, but he'll just have to get over it because we're not going anywhere. So please pray that we'd have more of these encounters and more people who have hunger would show up and come see what we have to give to them from Jesus.
Yeah, what was even really cool about that conversation with this young man is you can tell that he really is looking for validation, somebody to see him and notice him. And what I love about our relationship with our friends on Good Hope Road is that we invite them to come to know us, but we're saying, hey, you're in a safe place.
Yeah.
So if you want to feel loved on, if you want to be encouraged, how can we encourage you today? And so even that young man who has debated theology and religion with us before was actually defending Jesus with us when another gentleman came up and he was talking about some of his ideology and some of his beliefs. And so it was interesting how God even used somebody who was not maybe necessarily on the same belief system as we were, but to defend him.
Yeah.
So I think that was a beautiful thing, and really we just kind of create this atmosphere for hunger and desire to know more.
Right.
And that's kind of something that God has been speaking to us about is really how do we go deeper? How do we stop living at the surface level, right? So it's kind of like an analogy of, if you're hungry and you just want to eat whatever is right in front of you, you just grab it, even if it doesn't have any nutritional value or you just want to satisfy that need right then. So a lot of times we as believers do that, right? So we say, okay, well, I need my brownie, or I need this chocolate, or I need chips. And sometimes we look at God like that. Like, God, you know what? I'm doing fine, but you know what? Now I really need you. So I'm going to pray and I'm going to have some FaceTime with you. But then the rest of the time when we're doing okay, we don't go after that same hunger or desire, right? We're not like constantly like, oh, I need this. And so God has just really been teaching us about what it looks like to bring people deeper. And to create a hunger in their lives, right? So, just like we would go to church every week, it's not just church. It's like a lifestyle of living in relationship with Jesus. And how do you do that? How do you have hunger, right? So you ask God for it, right? God, I need more of you, right? So just like he gave the Israelites manna for that day, if they tried to gather the manna and save it for the next day, it would be spoiled and rotten.
Right.
Like that's how God wants us to come to him daily for our daily refreshing, our daily food, our daily nourishment, right? Not just like a fast food Christianity, but a sustenance, right? Something that will sustain us and be nutritious and helpful for us, right? So I just love it. And we just want to encourage you guys to just go deeper and have a deeper intimacy with him.
Yeah, and we find that, in our walk, in our pursuit of Jesus, we tend to pursue Jesus a little more radically when we're more hungry for what he has for us, right? There's always more of what he has for us, and so we always have to pursue the more. And hunger tends to be that element where, we have this desire, right? We have desire to eat food So we need to have this desire to pursue Jesus. You could probably frame it in a few different ways, but hunger kind of gets the attention a little bit. So we just want to pray right now for everyone out there that you would have more hunger. So Jesus, we just pray right now that you would release a greater level of hunger and thirst into people's lives, that they would have such an insatiable hunger and an unquenchable thirst for more of you. And God, I pray that you would encounter them in new ways as they pursue you, even as they take just one step towards you, just one new step towards you. I pray that you would just come and you would touch them and you would touch their lives in radical ways. And so we just pray for greater encounters with God for all of you today. Hey, August is going to be another busy month for us. We've got quite a few appointments on the list. We've been getting emails all week for people signing up for ministry appointments with us for inner healing and deliverance and dream interpretation and physical healing. And so that's going to be fun, and it's going to be busy, and we'll be out in the parking lots on Good Hope Road some more. We'll be out there tomorrow if it doesn't rain. So please be praying for us and all of those things, that we would just hear God so clearly and continue to be able to work with God and bringing people freedom. We have a big meeting on August 31st for our school building. So please pray for that. We think this is going to be a pivotal meeting that we can use to step into another meeting and maybe take this through to actually owning that building before the year is over. So pray on August 31st for what we'll be doing there, and pray for what God has for us to do through that building and in that neighborhood and in DC as a whole. So bless you guys. Thank you for taking a few minutes to be with us. Have a great August. We'll see you around the area or next time on our video. Bye-bye.
Bye.